Hello and welcome to Full Stack Web Dev. Today, I just want to talk about how is life in New York. Why do I want to talk about how is life in New York? Very simple. I'm in a few Slack groups and people just chat all the time. Like I wish I was in New York. Um, why in the in the web developer world, we know that New York is one of the places, well, more said, New York City is one of the places where you can actually, quickly get a job as a web developer. I mean, there's tons and tons of jobs over there, big cities like New York, San Francisco. They all have a lot of software engineering, web developer jobs, and they put those jobs announcements in Indeed. And right now I'm in Texas, and people from Texas are like, "Oh my God! Like, there's so much opportunity in New York. There's so much opportunity going on over there. I wish I was over there." Well, let me tell you, I lived in New York for about 2 years, and honestly, it's not that great. I ended up moving to Texas. The cost of life is huge. I mean, the only way, I'm gonna be honest with you, the only way you're gonna make it in New York is if you're probably single, living on your own on a tiny apartment. If you have if you have and you're not gonna be that comfortable. To be honest, to be comfortable, I know people over there that they get like $100,000 a year, and they live paycheck to paycheck because they have so many expenses, especially if you have family. Maybe if you're single, you can make it on your own. Probably, I mean, at least in Manhattan, you know the rent is like $3,000 a month for one bedroom apartment. I mean, I don't know what deal you can get. I mean, probably you could get a roommate, I guess, and you can make it over there. But I mean, wouldn't that get you a lot more down in in Texas or in Georgia or in another normal place where the cost of life is a little bit more realistic and not so exaggerated? Plus over there, like a lot of the apartment buildings are so outdated. It's like you're living in the 70s. At least when I was away, I couldn't afford living in the city, so I lived like about an hour and a half from the city in a little town called Liberty. Don't go over there. It's it's not a it's not the best town to live in. And the all the houses like inside, it's like the built in the 1940s, built in the 1930s. Uh, oil heat. Not all of them have propane or natural gas, and it really, it I don't know how to say it. It's like you're living in the 70s somehow. Like the last remodelation I saw in the house that was I living in, I looked it up, and it was like the way it was fashioned, it was like in the 1970s. So, and the electricity is crap. Like it goes out all the time, not because of the power company, but the cable wire inside your house, it's so bad, it's so outdated that if you have too many appliances connected, the house is not gonna take it, and your breaker, it's gonna be falling on and off all the time. And it's crazy, because you think, oh, maybe I could get something better at the city, right? No, the truth is not. You're probably gonna get the same shitty quality for instead of having a full house of probably 3 to 4 bedrooms for about $1,700 a month in the outskirts of the city. You move to the city, you're gonna be paying about $3,000 a month just for one bedroom with 1970s technology, with 1970s plumbing, with 1970s electricity. And don't get me wrong, I bet there are a lot of I bet there are a lot of good apartments in New York that they have updated electricity and everything. I just haven't seen them. I probably haven't seen them. I probably have not discovered them, and they probably cost a lot more. Instead of probably $3,000 a month, probably they're gonna charge you $4,000 or $4,500. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, and I mean, it's just crazy, the cost of life over there. But if you got some money and you can at least survive your first 2 years, living with a roommate, probably. And if you have like a pay raise coming after your first or 2 year threshold, hey, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it is. But to be honest with you, is it worth all the hassle to move over there when you can find something? When you can make it over here. I mean, there's tons and tons of jobs for software development here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and also in big cities over here in Texas. I'm just using Texas as an example because this is the state I'm living in. But you can research, whatever you are. I mean, if you're in Georgia, I mean, I guess you can search in Atlanta. Try to search for the big city in your state that has the most of the software developer jobs, and I bet you can get a better deal. Even if you're not getting paid a whole ton of money, the cost of life is not gonna be that much. You're gonna be much happier without having the hassle of moving everything to New York and probably risking having a bad experience, of course. And I to me, it's I'm gonna stay over here. It's really not worth the hassle. It's really not. I think it's really not worth the hassle. You can definitely find a good job over here in Dallas Fort Worth. Have a full, for what you pay for a 1-bedroom apartment over there, you can pay a mortgage over here and have at least a 3-bedroom house, some decency, some sanity. Traffic, it's gonna be crap because Dallas-Fort Worth is a very crowded area. Yeah, traffic's gonna be crap, but at least the cost of life is not that exaggerated. So just think about that. Is it really worth it? I mean, what kind of exclusivity are you gonna get if you go to New York? Are you gonna are you gonna be like taking whatever job you can just to make it through the first year and expect good results, or you're going over there with a solid deal, high paying job, which is what you're really gonna need if you don't want to be working 2 jobs over there just to make it, which is, I don't know about you, but I think that's a little bit inhumane or inhuman. I don't know how to say it. Who cares? The thing is, my to summarize, what I'm telling you is you should try to make it with where you are and with what you have. Just try to make it with the resources that you have available and where you are at, or the nearest city where you are, and if you can't, then try to search for, try to make an informed decision. Just don't go with your guts and let's go ahead and move to New York, which is what I did, which I'm regretting right now. So do your research, do an educated, make an educated decision. Always, if you're gonna make such a huge change, travel a few times, ask questions, ask people, how's the life over here? What's gonna be your heating bill? What's gonna be your power bill? What's gonna be your water bill like? You wanna get some examples of that, because if not, like, you're pretty much throwing yourself out there, and in a blink of an eye, you're gonna be homeless and you don't even know it. And I know guys and people that go in and out of homelessness in places like that because of the cost of life. People living up in their vans, people living up in their cars. It's crazy. I mean, are you willing to risk it at that level? I don't know, man. Not me. At least not me. Feel free, to have your own opinion, whatever. Everybody's lifestyle is different. Some people got rich parents, and they can afford it. That's cool. I got nothing against that, but I'm talking about yourself. People like from middle low class, at least. And when I say that, I'm not you know, I'm not trying to classify people into classes. I'm just talking about, you know, how much capital you're counting on. You know, that's all I'm talking about over here. So if you like this video and if you find it useful, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll probably see you in the next one.